You are watching Melody Lane. With me, you're gonna have a great crafting time.
Hello, everybody. Ooh, I had a little panic attack there. I hit start streaming and then I was like, I didn't set up restream, so I don't know what was happening. But we are here and we are live. I don't know where to look. I got camera and monitor and... Hello, everyone. Happy Saturday, crafty friends. Hello, good morning, Sue, Jamie, Deborah, Lisa, Ayana. Hello, beautiful friends. So happy to have you guys here this morning. It's a chilly morning, ain't it, Plums? I'm just cold to the bone. Hope your guys' Saturday's off to a good start. Mine was off to a frightening start. So, I'm usually very good at locking the door, but I went out to get something out of my car last night and I forgot to lock it again. So at 4 a.m., I'm laying in my bedroom. I'm home alone and I hear my front door open. When I tell you the panic that set in, and like, yes, I have Lucy Lou, and Lucy Lou ran out in the living room and she was excited, but I don't think there's a soul that Lucy Lou would actually be scared of. She would just be like, hello, new friend. Welcome. So I laid in my bed. I had like 911 dialed on my phone and I was just frozen. I said, I felt like a kid. Like when you think you got a monster under your bed or something. I remember just being absolutely frozen and like under the covers. But then I heard the fridge open and I'm like, I don't think somebody broke in my house just to go in the fridge. So I like tiptoed out and it was my daughter. But talk about terrifying. Holy cow. I'm like, Madison, you can't just walk in at 4 a.m. Oh. But then I was up with her and didn't get much sleep. Hi, Rocky. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Hello? Is it? Okay. Just want to make sure the mic was moving. Yeah, that was a little scary of a way to to start. And you're just frozen. I'm like, I don't know what to do. Obviously, I'm not good in those situations. Next time, I just won't forget to lock the door. Right, Sue? Don't go check. Like, if I just lay under the covers, will they think nobody's here? I swear. It used to work when I was a kid, I thought. Okay, good. Hi, Alex! Yeah, you just lay in there and you're like, well, what is my fate? What is gonna happen? All right, so let's go ahead in Design Space. Go over to here. Hopefully it launches. Okay, so for today's project, I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do, and then I seen a card. It was inspired by somebody on TikTok, and their name was, let me look this up. I changed it a bit, but it was just the thing I took the idea from was a spinner shaker card. So the middle that will spin. And on TikTok, their name is Ralph Tyndall Designs. And he's one that makes it he doesn't use a Cricut or anything. He uses just like the regular die cut machine. And he made it was a B Minds Valentine's Day card, but it had the middle was a shaker, but it was the spinner, which we've had in a card too. And Jamie, what card? I was trying to remember this. You did this card not too long ago that had the spinner in the middle. What card was that? Oh, yay! Hello! Christina and Tammy also. They are hanging out in our Melody Lane 24/7 crafting Zoom, which is an awesome place to make crafty friends and sit in there and craft together. Plumps, I told you, gotta get out of the way, buddy. Okay, give me just a second to move everything here so it's at level I can create. Is anybody working on any projects in the Zoom? Hi, Kimberly. Okay, so I went ahead and looked in Design Space. We want to make a card. I'm going to do a couple foil accents on it too, because I know yesterday in our live, I think it was Deanna, we asked, what do people want to see? And some people wanted to see, I know Deanna, I think it was, wanted to see some foil. So I was going to do some foil on it too, but I found this image here, and I like the image, but it's not going to quite work for what I want, because I'm going to cut out the center and it's going to have a spinner. So the heart has to be symmetrical for that to spin. So this heart in the middle here is not going to work. Well, hello to another Kimberly. Welcome. Okay, so what I'm going to start is I'm going to start with this here, and we're going to go ahead and get it how I need it to work. So I'm going to go ahead and ungroup this first. The heart in the middle, I do not need this, so I can go ahead and delete the heart to begin with. And then what I'd like to do, because I obviously can't fill in these pieces that are missing, so I'm going to go ahead and we're going to contour each. Well, actually, there's two colors we can contour. I need a solid line. So I can take this line here, and we're going to get this line here, and then we'll go ahead and make it from those. So we'll start here and hit contour. Now we just need this one line, so I could go ahead and click all these little pieces off if I want to, but I can just hit hide all contours, and then it's going to leave me with this one here. Hi, Annie. Hello, Lori. Hello, hello. What time is it like dinner time where you are, Annie? I feel like it's probably dinner time there. Okay, so we have this left here. So we'll go ahead and X that off. And then I want to contour the same thing on this, but I need this solid line. So we'll go over to contour. I'm going to hit hide all contours again. Just make sure the one you need is the one that's highlighted. And then this section here is actually, we can just delete that. That's not going to help us with anything. 6 p.m. here. What's for dinner, Annie? Okay, so I have those two. I'm going to go ahead and duplicate again because I want 3 different colors. So I'm going to go up here, choose, say, a pink. Trying to figure out what shades exactly. Which doesn't really matter what shade here I choose, because realistically it just matters what color paper I choose. 9:08 a.m. here. Where are you at, Kimberly? Okay, so we have 3 of those. Ooh, which actually, I'm glad I caught that. Oh, I have so many reds and pinks going on here. Okay, let me duplicate that. Make that the pink. Yeah, that way. Okay, what I was doing here is I wanted to alternate because the top of these lines, I didn't want 2 of the same in a row. So I wanted to alternate between this one and that one there. Ooh, Central California. Hopefully far away from any wildfires, Kimberly. Oh yes, Annie, you'll have to go in Zoom. Okay, so we have 3 lines here. I just need to make a couple more. So I'm going to duplicate this. And then just duplicate each color. And I'm not worried about getting them aligned perfectly because there's buttons that's going to make that easy. And I don't know, I'm just going to do 1 more of each color. Duplicate. Okay, so I have all those there, but I do want to space them evenly and I want to align them. So I'm going to go ahead and drag my mouse over all of them. Then we're going to hit align and I'm going to center vertically. And then as you see, that lined up the top and the bottom there. But I also want to make sure the lines are distributed evenly in between them. Work and sleep, Annie. Isn't that horrible? Just that's what the lives are. Work and sleep. But I'm going to hit align again. Sorry, I got distracted there. And I'm going to distribute horizontally. And then if you could see, it just separated them. That way they all have the same spacing on them. Thank goodness for that. That makes things so nice. Okay, so we are going to want to next, I'm going to go ahead and find the heart that I'm going to cut out of here, which I looked at this already. And when I tell you, all hearts are not created equally, okay? Lisa, yes, we are going to do a Zoom crafting getaway. We're waiting to hear if Create's still going in Columbus. And if it's not, then we're going to plan on going to Savannah, Georgia for our Melody Lane crafting getaway. Oh my goodness. Well, hopefully, Kimberly, the fire stays far from you. Far, far. Okay, so I have this scalloped heart here. I found the scalloped heart and I liked that for the outside of the shaker. I want the heart to be cut out of here and it's going to be a shaker, but then it's going to have strings attached so it will actually spin in the middle. So I needed a heart that was bigger than this to cut out. All right, and at first when I did it, I just cut out, oh, like right here. I just offset this and made this heart and then cut it out, but it made kind of some weird pieces in the hearts just because of the wavy. So I thought, okay, let me try to find a heart. And when I tell you, I was Goldilocks I tried at least 20 or 30 different hearts because they're all not created equally. Like I wanted it to be, my goal was for it to be kind of symmetrical as I could have it all the way around with the same spacing. And it was very difficult to do. You had to find a heart that really didn't dip down much at the top, but then it had to stay wide over here. So I'm glad I did this beforehand because I would have spent the whole hour just finding this heart. Which again, I could have used this offset, but it just made some weird lines. Potato and eggplant frittata with a big green salad. That sounds delicious, Annie. The people are like, if you had to eat one thing for your whole life, what would it be? Salad. I just say a salad bar because I love salad, but then on a salad bar, there's all sorts of stuff. So does that count? Somebody asked what's one thing you could eat your whole life. All right, let me ungroup this real quick. And ungroup that. And this is the heart frame. I don't need that. But I do have this red piece here. So what we're going to want to do is cut this red piece out of here. So what I'm going to do is, which actually these last two lines on each side, we don't have to weld those because we're not cutting through. Now I could take the heart and I could click each line and slice, but if I want to make it easier, I would go ahead and weld my individual colors. But like for this pink right here, we're not going to do that because there's only one of this color pink I need to slice. So we can just do that individually. But I'm going to go ahead and pull this heart to the... Why is it not pulling it to the front? Now it will, it's not doing it though. Yay, Mama Bear, glad you did, glad you are here. You can eat forever? What does that mean? What are we talking about? Okay, well that's weird. This should be bringing it to the front. If you guys see, you click on your heart here, you hit bring to front. Oh, now it worked. Yay. Okay, so first we're gonna go ahead, we need to slice this heart out. And before I slice, I wanna make sure I have this centered, which I could group all these together and then grab this and hit align center horizontally, but it gives you some good lines to line up. I'm looking at the spacing on each side of this pink here, which that looks pretty good to me. Mexican street tacos. I'm a sucker for tacos. Actually, oh, I'm glad you said that. I'm making chicken enchiladas for dinner. White chicken enchiladas, and I meant to put the chicken breast in the crock pot before I started this live. Oh my gosh. That's so funny. I was like, oh no. Oh, yeah. Okay, so first I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to grab this pink one, hold shift, grab the heart, and then I'm going to slice. Now none of my slices are going to overlap, so I can use this one heart to slice through all of them. And I can go ahead and just grab like this individual line and slice. But say these were all the same color even. How would you do it in one slice? Well, you would weld those together. I'm only going to weld the ones that are the same color, because if I welded all these together, they would all become one color. So I'm going to hold this one, shift, and then hold this one. I'm going to come down to combine, and we are going to weld those. Now you will have to weld. Unite will not work for making it one to slice through. So now I can grab this piece, hold shift, grab the heart, and slice. And then it will have done both of those. And I'm going to do the same thing with the pink here. So I'm going to hold shift on each of those. I'm looking over here because I want to make sure it grabs the right one. Okay, there it was. When I was clicking, I was like, it was grabbing that. It was grabbing this piece that was welded. So now that I have that one, I can hit shift and hold that one. Come down to combine and weld. I know, and crazily, I don't have an Instapot. I know Jamie said I have to get an Instapot. I don't know how I don't have an Instapot. Okay. So I welded that. And now I'm going to grab that, hold shift, grab my heart, and I'm going to slice. Now we can go ahead and grab, I can put that back in place. But I'm going to go ahead and move these pieces out that we don't need. So we can just go ahead and delete. And delete that. I'm looking over here for my slice results because they're kind of stacked on top of each other. I think that's it there. I can move these back into place, which if you wanted to make sure you got it exactly the same, you could also do you could align them and then center them again. But I think that looks good. So now we have the center. And one thing I liked about these hearts is because these were joined. So I did look up like chain of hearts and I didn't find any others like that. So I was like, let's just turn this one into what we wanted. But I like because then you can cut it, but it's just one piece to apply versus if these were all little individual hearts, you would have to glue them all on, or you could use like iron-on or vinyl. Alrighty, so we have that. Now we have this piece in the middle here. This is what's going to spin. Oops. Where is my... Okay, right there. I'm just going to go ahead and group this all together. Oh, and one more thing I was going to show too is this piece here. If you see this piece here, there are these little tiny pieces right here. Now, if you wanted to keep them, you could, and then just take them off your mat and glue them where they need. But they're so little, I really don't think we need them. So I'm going to go over to Contour. And then I am going to click and hide those two. Which looks like it's this piece here. It is. These two little pieces here. That way when we do it, we don't have those tiny little pieces of paper. Yes, I have to do it Instapot. Ooh. Okay, and then we'll bring this back. So this is going to be in the middle, but you do want... Oh, I never grouped it, did I? Did all that and didn't group. All right, now I'm going to group this. And I'm going to bring back that heart. So you do want to have enough room around it that it can go ahead and spin. Which... I'm just going to duplicate this over here. What we do have to do though is, because we're doing a shaker card, we're going to have a front, a back, and we're going to have several that are just the layers. That way we can put the shaker in between the acetate pieces. So what I want to do for here, first I'm going to go ahead and contour this, and I just want to hide all of these little circles here on this. So I'm going to hit hide all contours. Well, let's see how that looks. But as we seen when we did that, we took the middle center out too. The middle center, double name. And then we have that just as a solid. I'm gonna need these Instant Pot recipes, ladies. Okay, and then for this, we need to get an acetate piece. I don't want to cut the acetate in this exact frame. I just need the acetate to go ahead and not go quite to the scalloped edges. So what I'm going to do with this, let me duplicate this real quick. And I'm going to save. Definitely going to save. Well, Annie, now you got to make something and let us know what you're making. Oh, that's funny. Okay, so I need to get this center area just a little bit bigger than the center area, right? Because that's going to be the acetate. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come over to shapes. Ooh, pulled pork and cornbread. That's always delicious too, Kimberly. Y'all are making me hungry. I should have eaten before this. Right before the live's over, can you guys just remind me to put the chicken in the crock pot, please? Okay, so I'm going to grab this. I just need to cut that center out. So I'm going to send this to the back, and I just want to slice this out. So I'm going to grab my mouse, drag it over all of it, and then hit slice. Don't need that. I can delete that. And then this is what we're left with here. But we need just the center piece. So we can click on here and then choose contour. And then click that to contour that out. Oh no. I did that wrong. I got rid of the wrong piece. Don't do that. Click there to get rid of that piece. Then you are left with the heart. Now this is what we need right here. But if we just leave this size, we're not going to have nothing to glue because it's exactly the size that fits in the hole. So to get that a little bigger, we are going to offset it. We will go to offset, and I want to bring it down so I have room to glow it. I have room to glow it. Hello, Miss Judy B. Welcome. We are making a spinner shaker Valentine's Day card right now. And when you offset this too, you do want to get it as big as you can just because you don't want your glue to show when you glue it together. So maybe that still works. I might be able to go a tiny bit more. Let's see. Yeah, that looks good there because it's not taking over any of the scalloped edges, and then we should be able to glue that without seeing glue lines. Christina, tell the A lady. So funny. And then you do need to make sure, and then here it has rounded edges or pointy. We can look and see if it changes. Lots of times with these, it doesn't. With the heart, I don't really see a difference. But we can go ahead and hit apply. And then that is going to be the acetate piece right here. So I always like to make my acetate pieces this light gray. And that's just for me to know it's acetate. But then you can go over here, actually change the name of it too. That way you know. But I'm going to actually make two pieces of that because it's a double-sided shaker. So you're going to see through each side. So you do need a piece for each side. And this piece is no longer needed. We can go ahead and delete that piece. But then it is a shaker, so we are going to make a couple, 4. I usually like to do 4 layers, so I'm just going to duplicate that, which you can right click and then choose duplicate, or you can just hit Command D and then duplicate also. Hi, Betsy, glad you made it. Okay, so we have all the layers there for our shaker card. We have the acetate pieces. We have the borders. Now we're going to have some string to attach that to. But let's go ahead and I do want to add on the top and the bottom. Move this out of the way here. Move that out of the way too. Okay, let's go to shapes. Let's grab the background of the card. Which, when I was playing with this, I think I made it down to a 6-inch card, which you could change it if you wanted a 5.75 inch square. Hi, Diane. Well, glad you made it. And I'm going to make the card white. Send this to the back. Actually, let me shrink. Maybe, let me think about that. Okay. So we need the card double the width. So if you're going 6 inches, you're going to go 6 by 12. Let's make it 5.75 by 5.75. So the height on that, we'll do 5.75. That way you can use a 12-inch piece. If you do a 6-inch piece, you could still do it, but you're going to have to use a piece of cardstock that's over 12 inches. Oh, I'm glad you could make it, Judy B. That's right, Kimberly. Better late than never. At the beginning, would have made you hungry, too, because we had lots of food conversation going on. 5.5 plus 5.5 is 11, so 11.5. So we're going to unlock this. That way we can rescale it. And I'm going to make this 11.5. Okay, so that is going to be the actual size of the card. I just made this much larger. So I'm going to go ahead and group this together. And then shrink it down. I'm not sure exact size yet till I get the rest of this finished. So I am going to go to shapes though. I'm going to grab a line, and that is a score line. We want to put the score line in the middle of our card here. So I'll just drag it the length it needs. Sometimes I'll make it the exact height, so you can go in here and make it exactly 5.75. And then I can just take the mouse, grab it over these, and then hit align and center horizontally. And that is where the line's going to go. So I know this is going to come in a little bit. There we go. And then for the top and the bottom, I'm going to go ahead and take a shape. We're going to grab another rectangle. If you guys haven't entered our January crafting challenge in our design space, each day you can enter a project using our, this month it is a cold animal, so like a penguin or polar bear or a fox, something sparkly, and use the draw feature, which would be like to write inside a card. And each day you can post a project, and then somebody's going to win money for Amazon or PayPal. Oh, Judy. Oh, it's Judy Barron's LaRue. I didn't know that, Judy. I'm glad you said that. Okay, so this piece here, I was going to do some foiling on. I'm going to bring this down, make it a little smaller. Let's zoom in a little bit here. I just want this piece to fit across. That looks good, and then we can go ahead and duplicate that, bring that to the top. These are going to be red. I could have changed the color before I duplicated it and saved a step. I really like the way the foil looks on, like silver foil shows up on red so good. So let's go to images, and I want to find a XO. And this is the one. I found this one. I like. That is a big XO. Let's go ahead and shrink this down. Holy cow. Look at how big the XO was. It was over 24 inches. Look at this. That is a large XO. But I do like this one because it has the hearts cut out of it. Oh, thank you, Sue, for posting that. We also have a giveaway this month with our Theme Thursdays. So if you participate in a Theme Thursday, each Thursday in the group, we have a theme. Like this month, or this week was easy, greeting cards. Because I figured mostly everybody makes greeting cards. And you just post a project that goes with the theme, and then you're entered to win too. Okay, so we have this XOXO, which actually, when I played with this, you could cut these out in color too if you want, which looks really cute. Which I may do that way too. I'm just going to go ahead and duplicate this. But I'm going to turn it to foil here. I'm just going to make that small enough. And then once I get it, zoom in a little bit more here. Alex, are you going to the Pirate Festival? Okay, and we'll go ahead. I'm assuming not because you're on here. Okay, so once we get that, I'm going to go up here and change it from basic cut, and we're going to change this to foil. And I'm going to do medium on this. Now I do have this set to my Maker 3. If I was using my Joy or Joy Extra, it would not allow me to choose. It only gives you one option for foil. You don't get the fine, medium, and bold. And I do want that in silver. Silver foil. I thought about foiling in red too, but I don't think I have any red foil because I could just leave it on white and then foil in red, which would look really pretty. So then we're just going to go ahead and duplicate this a few times to fill up the space. And then this last one's not going to fully fit here. So what if I turn it to cut? And then go over here to this one. And then I can stretch this out. So I really don't need these last two XOs. So I'm going to go to each piece of that and hit contour. And then I'm going to hide all contours. I guess that works. Oh, nope, it got rid of the hearts. So I'm going to click on each of the hearts here. And then we're going to go to the other part and we're going to contour also. So we're just left with one XO. But I want to hide this one. There we go. Now we're left with just the XO, and then we can go ahead and turn that to foil. Silver, please. And then I'd probably stretch these out a little bit more, move it over a little bit. Oh, it's busy there. Yeah. Yeah, and you don't want to go by yourself. Oh, look, Lisa's like, I would have gone. A pirate fest sounds so fun. So fun. Okay, we have all those, so we can go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and grab all of them. Holding shift. I'm going to hit align. I'm going to center vertically. And I'm going to hit align. I'm going to distribute horizontally. Nope. Why did that do that? Okay, don't like the way that did it, so we'll just hit back. It looked good. I was just trying to see if it was off a little. But then we can go grab all of those, hit attach, and then I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this because I need it for the top also. So we will have that there. And then the last step, you're going to have to attach the foil to the piece. So you can go ahead and click both and then hit attach. And actually, I'm just going to duplicate this as a whole piece. I'm going to actually get rid of that and get rid of this piece just because I want to make sure they're symmetrical. And I know they're the exact same if I just duplicate it. I do that a lot. You guys do that a lot where you like recreate it and I'm like, all I had to do was duplicate it. Why did I add those extra steps? So you can foil it. And if you don't want to foil it, I will do this one also, where you can just take and do these and have these going across the bottom. And then you can change the colors however you like. Thanks, Betsy. Yes, save. Thank you, Kimberly. Right, Jamie? I do that so much. I'm like, why did I just do it? As soon as you're done, you're like, why did I do that? All I had to do was this. I just make extra steps. Never fails. But then you can go in and change the colors too. Let's see. I like the, oh, I would like a different pink. Or however you want it. So you can play with it like that. And then again, instead of changing each individual color, it would just be quicker, just duplicate. I was thinking about this too. Because I was thinking about the fact that Cricut doesn't have craft board anymore, and it makes me sad. Makes me very sad. What is something that you have to have, like one of your favorite things to craft with, whether it's a material or whatever, but what is something that if it's discontinued, you're going to go buy as much of it possible as you can? Do that one more time, and then we'll go ahead and contour those. Because I'll tell you, if I knew craft board was going out, I would have bought a lot of craft board. And then I would just grab those. Which this, like when I'm aligning this down here, I'm just doing it, really, if you think about it, just for on Design Space. Because I have to glue these on individually. But I just center them for my sake for this. So I'm going to go ahead and group those and then duplicate. And then I'll have that piece for up there. That way there's foil, or you can just go ahead and do this. But I like the different colors of these, and you could, if you didn't find a background like this, I thought, well, you could make it actually really easy too. Just go ahead and put your hearts in a row, and then you would just make a rectangle, make it really thin and long, attach that rectangle to it, and then you weld it, and then you could make that from scraps or scratch. Yeah, right, Janet? We have no idea. We don't know why. Right now it's fabric and sewing supplies. I know. No, Rocky, I know that JR's. Why did I say that? Joanne's must be thinking about fried chicken. Alex, I must be thinking of macaroni salad. Yes, because Joann's is the huge place for fabric. And what happens if Joann's goes out of business? Yeah, poster board. And then Jamie said there's good matting material that's close to it, Michael's. I don't know, Annie. I'm hoping something like craft board. A lot of people really didn't understand what craft board was. We had a lot of people ask questions on that. So maybe they're going to come out with something similar, but call it something else, or maybe like heavyweight cardstock. I don't know, but I'm sure hoping, because that is, craft board's important to have in your arsenal. I feel. Okay, so we have that part done of the card, and then on the inside you can go ahead and find a sentiment you like. Let me go look. Where's the 6x6 card? There we go. Where'd my card go? I have a card here. Where is it? It must be behind this. Just gonna move this out of the way. Where is this card? Or did I just group it with this? No, it's not. Where is it? Hold on, guys. I'm trying to find a missing card here. Oh, my score line. Where is that? Okay, it's saying it's showing, but where is it? Oh, way down here. Okay. There we go. So this is the one I actually made last night. Now this one, I did do the scalloped edge around it. It was before I found that heart that actually was pretty symmetrical going around it. Wait, what are you guys going to do? Oh, bacon and bourbon. Wait, in March? When in March, Kimberly? I'm going to be in Florida in March. I'm just saying. When in March? So this is the one I did here. So it's the same kind of thing. But it's just the one I created last night. And I can't decide if I'm going to, like on this, I did the two where it's got the holes in the scalloped and the one behind. I may do that with two different materials. Or I may decide just to keep it as one. Yeah, honestly, Kimberly, I'm there with you. I'm not a bourbon person. Like, can I get like a pina colada or something? Hurricane Holly, something. But I did search in phrases, so I just went to images, and then I typed in Happy Valentine's Day. And then I believe I clicked down here on phrases. And I just scrolled till I found one. What I was looking for is one that wasn't too big, because I thought of the fact that if you put it, I wanted it to where I could put it and it wouldn't show through this heart, because that's going to, remember, it's going to be see-through on both sides and it's going to spin. Oh, no way. We're there till, I don't know if we're leaving on the 22nd to come home or moving to like my parents at that point. I don't know, but I may be there, I may not, Kimberly. That's literally like the end of the vacation. So I took this Happy Valentine's Day and I just stretched it. I put it up here. Let's see if I can. I just took and moved it over here to make sure where it was that it would not show through the window. So whatever design you have, I kind of think that's a good thing to go with there, is just kind of put it high. And you could add stuff down here if you wanted. You could have it draw, or you could cut out some hearts or some candy hearts or whatever you like. But we do need to grab we do need to grab a score line, and I didn't attach that on the other, so we'll go ahead and show how to do that. So we will just go to shapes, grab that line, just make sure up here it is set to score, which it is. And then this card is 6 inches high, so I'm going to make the line 6 inches. Then I'm going to grab the line, the card. We are going to line center horizontally. And then we can go ahead, go right down to attach. Oh, nope, nope, nope. Oh, because I have this all grouped. Let me ungroup that. Grab that line. Now you can grab that and hit attach. There we go. And send that to the back. And then if you want to attach your words also, you go ahead and click on those and hit attach. I may shrink this down some. That way it's not all the way to the end there. But I would just change the size of 1 and then duplicate it. And then that works there. So we have it where we have it cut out, or we can go ahead and foil on some. Which you could too, if you wanted to do different colors on the foil, you totally could contour it for each one, and then you could say you wanted silver and gold. You could go ahead and do that and change them so you had 2 colors, because you can do more than 1 color foil. You'll just tape down your first color foil, which maybe I'll do that just to demonstrate. I know, I thought of that, Betsy. I did look at that too, but and I even thought of putting like initials. And there is some cute, I did go look at images with hearts, and there are some like that are really cute, but then I thought with all the shaker stuff in it, you'd see maybe part of it. So I didn't know how I would feel about that, but you totally could like have a message even behind the spinner part that you see through. I know I thought of that at first. I was going to put another heart here in the exact same spot and then put our initials in the heart. So yeah, you could totally, that's something you can totally do. Let me hit save again. Oh, and I do need another piece too. I'll have to think about this. I just thought of this. Because you're going to have to tape the string. So I'm going to need to make another, I'm going to have to make another white piece that just has this part cut out. Right there. For when I put it together. Hi, Plumps. My kitty just came to visit me. So that is going to be the the Shaker Spinner Valentine's Day card. And hopefully it spins. I gotta get some string. What kind of string do you guys use for that? If you've done the spinner ones where you open it and it spins in the middle? Any certain kind of string or just any string works? I know some people use embroidery floss. Yes, we appreciate the thumbs up and the comments. Let me hit save again. I don't know if I did. It's already saved. Once I'm busy right now, buddy. My kitty wants cuddles. You gotta wait. And then we had that one there. Oops. So that is the card there. I'm all finished with that. And then I will put this together Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. Thread breaks too easy and fishing line tends not to stay stuck. Oh, baker's twine. Yes, that's what that is. Thank you, Jamie. Like, I look at the stuff and I know, and I'm like, what is that? It's totally twine. Thank you, guys. I know February's almost here. So Valentine's. But I just love the colors of Valentine's, too. And then, you know, I do love sparkle, so I'm thinking, should maybe I make, like, the red lines out of glitter cardstock? There's options. No, don't step on the computer, Plump. You are very welcome. I like to show lots of different kind of methods as we make it. And see, I know everybody's on different parts of their journey. Some people are like Cricut experts. Some people are just beginning. So, Thank you guys. I hope you guys all have a good weekend. The sun is shining here, so I'll take that. And I think it's like, I think we're gonna be like almost 40 today. Means I need to go to the car wash. Yeah, it's 38 degrees outside right now. I will take that. That is beautiful. Way better than the -20 it felt like earlier. Yep. So thank you guys. Oh, same in Georgia. And he says it is spring in Germany, I think. Ooh, Diane, that's cold. Sunny and 65. That's perfect for me. I can handle that. Oh, Sue, you had to. I'm cracking up. Oh, Ayana, it's 44. Yeah, Sue, I know I was gonna send you some junk, trash talking. I'm worried about this. Now, I live in Chicago, but I am a Chiefs fan. Don't hate me. And Sue lives near Buffalo, so she's a Buffalo fan. And we play each other tomorrow. And I'm worried about this. The Bills is a good team, I'm not going to lie. I didn't want the Bills to win because I didn't want the Chiefs to meet the Bills again. So, Sue, this should be fun tomorrow. We got to do a little, send little memes back and forth. Yeah. Everybody have a good weekend. And go Chiefs! We will see you guys next time. Toodles, as Alex would say. Bye, guys.